There used to be a graying tower alone on the sea. You became the light on the dark side of me. Love remains a drug that's the high and not the pill. But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become alive and the light that you shine can't be seen? I can pay you to a kiss from a rose on the grave. Ooh, the more I get of you, stranger it feels, yeah. And now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the grave.
Where's my coat, guys? Matt, what was that?
Art.
From Innovation Park, it's After Hours. With your hosts, Jordan Tracy and Chloe Cullen. This week on After Hours, super special guest Shane Robinson. Now here's your host, Jordan Tracy.
When I was wide open, I'll start the show. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to After Hours. I'm your host, Jordan Tracy. Alongside me, as always, Chloe Cullen.
Welcome.
Just one woo. Woo! Wow! Wow! Sounds like a feral cat. Wow! We have one of those in the audience, by the way. Feral cat, everybody!
Wow.
I clap for the audience member, and they perform, and you just don't see them. So some interesting news this week coming out of Egypt. Foreign. Egypt's Antiquities Ministry ran scans of King Tut's tomb last week, revealing hidden rooms. Some say the queen may have been hidden in a secret chamber too, just like how I was in your mama's chamber last night, says my middle school bully. Fire flames.
Yeah. Those middle school bullies get around. They're sleeping with everyone's moms.
Sleeping with everybody. You noticed that, right?
Yeah.
They're always sleeping with everyone's moms.
Always.
God.
It's really frustrating.
He's here! No!
He invades every part of your life.
Hey, yo, Tracy! I slept with your mom! Stop it! God, middle school bullies are the worst. Scientists, not Egyptian scientists, but moving on, but yeah, scientists! They have created a chicken with dinosaur legs. I don't know how that works.
I would love to see it.
I don't know what
run.
it looks like. Probably real thick legs.
It really reminds me of Jimmy Neutron. Oh my gosh, that's it.
That's what it is.
Poltra. It's Poltra.
It is Poltra!
Oh my gosh.
That's the start of Poltra right there. And you know, with these dinosaur legs, they now make you wonder what they're really putting in those dino nuggets. Is it chicken leg meat?
Is it the leg meat or is it the breast meat still?
The breast leg, the leg of the breast?
Probably the leg of the breast.
Or both.
¿Por qué no las dos?
That was the Dora the Explorer version of our show there. Do you know where the TV is? Where is the TV? Oh, over here?
No.
There's the TV. There, Dora the Explorer for you. And scene.
Woo! I thought it was good.
Thank you.
I enjoyed it.
The United States resumed direct mailing to Cuba this week after over 50 years. 50 of them. Because yes, that's exactly what's going to save the postal industry. Mail in Cuba.
Postal slam.
Postal slam! Going postal against the U.S. It's like alligators are putting stamps on letters now. Florida. North Korea fired a missile into the ocean despite being told not to by the UN. North Korea's own UN, Kim Jong-un, said that that the ocean. Boom! Boom! My mind, it works on the fly. Well, he said that the ocean is going to pay for disrespecting the supreme leader of the greatest country ever, Kim Jong-un.
It's true. I want
right.
this.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, Jordan.
Yeah, what's up, friend?
Can I do one?
Yeah, go ahead and do one.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I need my glasses. Speaking of the United Nations, a dependent UN official called the organization.
This is our Blindness Awareness Month joke.
Speaking of the United Nations, a departing UN official called the organization a black hole of bureaucracy, comparable to how Jordan is a black hole of productivity. And that was Chloe's joke of the week.
Thanks, Chloe.
Anytime.
Chloe Cullen, everybody. Just Matt.
Just the one cat applauding for me.
I don't think we accounted for blindness for this.
Yeah, no, I really didn't think about it. I'm super blind.
You don't wear contacts?
I do, but I have astigmatism, so my eyes are shaped like footballs, and it doesn't really work out for me.
I didn't know that's what that meant. We all learned. And knowledge is half the battle. Dropping some knowledge on you here. Subway donated $22,500 to Thon last week, which is a big difference from Jared Fogel's contribution to the child community. We went there. We did.
It's our favorite place to go.
That was a hard sandwich to handle. Anyway, moving on.
$5 football.
We have a great show for you. Producer Shane Robinson is going to step over here. We're going to actually interview him. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to After Hours. So we have a special guest this week. He is actually a member of After Hours, but had a very cool experience in Amsterdam. Our producer, Shane Robinson.
Thank you for letting me on this side of the camera.
Yeah, you know,
5 minutes.
We decided that we'd let you out of your cage in the basement of the studio so that we can grace your face.
Right.
To
Because
us.
you were good this week, so like.
Yeah, you looked pretty decent this week.
Yeah.
And we
Thank
thought,
you.
for a change. Mm-hmm. No, I'm just kidding. You're always wonderful. So, Shane, you actually had a film play at the film festival this week. Tell us a little bit about that.
I did. Well, while I was in Amsterdam, I made a little documentary on a coffee shop there and some of the medical research that they're doing. And it played in the College Town Film Festival that has a couple of different stops around the country where Penn State is the opening, and then they also will be going to Ohio University and Florida State University hopefully this year. But it played at the State Theater on Saturday afternoon. It was programmed with 5 or 6 other shorts, all documentaries, all on the topic of outreach and activism. So I was paired with a wide range of different things, from water crisis to food, like availability in inner cities, and some civil rights things and things like that. So it was cool because it was like a lot of diversity in the projects, and they all played together just back to back, and then afterwards there was a panel, and I got to talk on the panel with 2 of the other filmmakers who were there and just kind of answer questions and things like that. So it was a really neat experience.
Did you get any cool questions that you didn't expect to answer, or was that a weird experience to do a panel?
It was actually. The moderator was a faculty member here, and so the other 2 people who were there, one was a civil rights, the guy who had a civil rights film, and the other was a girl who had made a little documentary about basically like females' experience at Duke and kind of unequal treatment and things like that for women. And so a lot of the questions were a little more serious than mine, and I was kind of the third one to answer a lot of times. But yeah, it was still neat. I mean, some of the people there, you can tell, are just, that's what those film festivals have to offer, is they're not going to show you the next Avengers movie, but you get to talk with the director afterwards, which is a different and unique experience in itself. So that was...
Explain the medical research that you did a piece on.
Well, the film, basically the conflict of the film revolves around that they can't be doing any medical research because you need a medical research license to do that. And so their theory is that there are like big business medical companies in just all over the world that are paying off government officials to keep medical marijuana illegal, or just all of marijuana, cannabis, everything illegal, so that eventually when it's figured out for like what medical marijuana can and can't do, and the market opens up and it is legal, then the actual pharmaceutical companies will have a monopoly on the industry and they can kind of own the whole thing for themselves. So that's their theory on it, and that was what I tried to cover, but not take too strong of a side, since there's no evidence really to support that, that I found at least. But it was interesting because they have, what they're working on is trying to get the largest database of genetic mapping of cannabis in the world. So every different strain of cannabis, they're mapping its genetics against other strains and then comparing that to specific known effects of different things and how they can work well for different diseases, and using the genetics to try and I guess further that research. I mean, they're doing everything they can right now without a medical license.
So when did you film this, and how long did it take?
We went to Amsterdam during the Maymester of this past year. So I was there for 9 days back in May, and then came back and tried to put something together because the class ended about 8 days after we got back. So it was really tight schedule. So we just kind of slapped something together and then
it turned out to be decent.
Turned it in, got a B, and then sat on it for a little bit. Because it's hard. I mean, when you go somewhere where you've never been and you basically put a camera in a backpack and you want to make something, at the end of those couple of days that you're there, it doesn't always turn out the way you want it. So one of the things that was really difficult, that I actually did talk about this in the Q&A afterwards, was that I knew the story was really great, and I also knew I wasn't good enough of a filmmaker to actually tell the story the best way possible. And so I had to kind of work on the project and like put in a good amount of work for a week or two or however long, and then just kind of walk away from it for a little while, and then come back to it again and rework on it, and then walk away and kind of keep coming back with a fresh perspective and hopes that it made something decent by the end. So yeah, I did that about 3 or 4 times, and then finally, as it started getting into festivals, I just kind of stopped working on it because it was last May and it's almost been a year, so I've moved on to other things now.
Now this isn't the
making other things. Yeah.
This isn't the first festival that it's been in.
No, this is technically I think the second. We had a showing with all of ours. I wouldn't really call it a film festival, but everyone in the class had a showing back in maybe October of this year. We invited like all the faculty. The dean of the College of Comm came and different things like that. And my parents came up and we just watched all of them. But then I was in an online festival called the Los Angeles Cine Festival, which is an online division of a couple other festivals that are in LA. They kind of group together and have every month they put out a whole bunch of different films and you vote on them. And then next month I'll be up in Boston at the New England Cannabis Festival, and my film and I think a handful of others will be showing. They'll do a little half-day marathon of different cannabis-related films, so that should be cool. And then I'm waiting on, applying and different things like that to other festivals, so hopefully I'll get in a few more by the end of the year and do a little tour of it.
So the other cannabis films that will be there, so I'm like thinking like Cheech and Chong 7, Half-Baked 4.
I haven't seen a lineup yet. It's still about a month away. I'm imagining, I mean, mine's a documentary. It kind of takes a medical approach. and more of a business approach to the world of cannabis, and that's what the whole weekend is up there. It happens every year, and this is the first year they put a film aspect to it. But it's all different cannabis-related industries that come together, and it's almost like a trade show where they all come and they show off their business and they try and network with other businesses and things like that. So they're adding the film aspect, and I would imagine it's going to be other documentaries like myself, but again, haven't seen the lineup yet to
Could
know.
be Pineapple Express, for
It
all you know.
could be. I mean, honestly,
Pineapple Express.
that would make me look pretty good.
Harold and
So-
Kumar. A whole bunch of Buddy Weed films. Just like yours. No, just kidding. Well, Shane, I appreciate you sharing your gifts with us today. I know it might be a little awkward being on this side of the camera. Because, we've all seen his hits, like 12 and Pregnant.
I had to bring that up. you can't go like an hour without bringing it
I'm
up.
sorry. That's something we made you do.
Yeah.
So, kind of.
I wouldn't say that in reference to 12-year-olds being pregnant. On that note.
On that note, we want to
guys. Yeah.
thanks Shane for being here. I had to say something about it. I had to. We'll have more of embarrassing Shane right after this. Don't go away. Thanks. Hello, it's us. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the closing of the After Hours. I know we tease you. We say we're coming back, and we come back, and we're just saying goodbye. We need to come up with like a goodbye song at some point
Okay.
because like one of the best shows of all time, Out of the Box, had one. Yeah. And I feel like that it was so simply put together. We could totally do that.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think it'd be great.
My friend has a really good like garage band, and like we can like totally make our voices sound better or worse depending on what we want to do.
Oh my gosh. Like anti-auto-tune? It's
like pubescent as we're singing. Like that would be awesome.
As in you want us to like go through puberty while singing. So we start like high-pitched and like
And then it's like
during the middle of the song. And then at the end we're like real low.
real low.
Real low.
Trying to compensate.
Compensating for our puberty.
I think that would sound really good.
I think it would.
And I think that it would make fans come back week after week.
You guys look at me like I know what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know. Chloe, where can they find all of our shenanigans on the YouTube?
On the YouTube,
On the
it's
YouTube.
PSN TV. You just type in some things.
Just do a little of this. Chloe, where can they find us on the Tweety Bird?
At after
Hold
hours.
on, rewind. So Chloe, where can we find us on Twitter?
After hours PSN TV.
And the Instagram?
After hours PSN TV.
And your home address? Almost got ya. Oh wait, we got it. See you next week, everybody.
There used to be a graying tower alone on the sea. You became the light on the dark side of me. Love remains a drug that's the high and not the pill. But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become a lot, and the light that you shine